Hey guys, it's Othani here with Create Your Future. So today I'm going to discuss what are you making things mean? Okay. So before I get deep into that, know that Create Your Future is always giving out a free course. And if you're interested in that, there is a link in the description box below for that. And also, I have coaching at the moment for 50% off, limited time. And if you're also interested in one-on-one coaching with me, the link in the description box is also there below as well. So let's get into it. What are you making things mean? So let me build up a quick scenario so you can understand even more what I'm saying, so you can get a better grip on things with your manifestations. You and SP are out on a fabulous date, having the time of your lives, and then a random person, just out of nowhere, walks by and says to your SP, "Oh my God, I love your shoes. They look so good. Where did you get them from?" And then your SP tells the person, "I got it from such and such place." And then they say, "Okay, thank you." And then they move on and they keep it moving. And then in your mind, you just witnessed what just happened. So what are you making things mean in the moment? So there's two ways things can go. You can make it mean that girl liked, or that person likes your specific person, and then not the shoes, and was trying to flirt with your person or something like that. Or you can just think of things as being innocent, and that was just a genuine compliment, right? So what are you making things mean in each moment? When your SP is not answering your phone calls, what are you making that mean? Are you making that mean that they're losing interest in you and they don't want to talk to you anymore? Or are you making that mean that they're busy and they're just doing something, and that when they're done, they're going to get right back to you? You see the difference? Because whatever you're making something mean in that moment based on your perception or whatever you think is going on is what you're creating, okay? So say like SP was actually faithful to you in the beginning, because from the beginning of your relationship until this point on, you were having the thoughts that you should have. You were confident in yourself. You were feeling great. You were feeling up about the connection, right? So SP was reflecting being a better version of themselves to you. But then once you start to kind of give into those thoughts that you don't want, you're creating that, okay? So say like if SP was originally faithful to you, but then at some point your thoughts start getting really dark with your person, do expect down the line at some point, whether it be a month later, 3 months later, 5 months later, for that to push out at some point, okay? So you have to be careful and think about, what are you making things mean in the moment? If you go to work and your boss gives you constructive criticism on something, what are you making that mean? Are you making that mean that now you are the worst employee? Or are you making that mean, you know what? I'm going to actually listen to what my boss says, and I'm going to take it in and actually improve myself. And then that could lead you to the promotion. You get what I mean? Because then if your boss gave you constructive criticism and you took that in the wrong way, now you're conjuring up the energy that you don't want, which is building the momentum to the circumstances you don't want, which can lead to your boss now picking other people over you to promote, or you basically losing your job, or something happening with work where you get the less of the outcome of the situation. You get that alternate ending instead of the alternate ending you would get if you instead were more optimistic with your perception and perspectives. So what are you making things mean in the moment? Because that is That is very important, and that is where you catch those little, you know, those little tickers in the back that you're not really recognizing, that's, you know, stuck all the way deep in in your subconscious mind. So what are you making things mean in the moment? When you're in a relationship and your person isn't responding to you or isn't texting you for a few days, what are you making that mean? That they're trying to find someone else and run off into the sunset? Because if you're sitting there dwelling in that thought and then literally visioning them with other people instead of visioning them with you, you are creating that. And then a month or two down the line, when there's a third party and you're frustrated with yourself, like, how did this happen? You were sitting there creating that a month or two prior, before the actual experience came into fruition. So you have to be careful about what are you making things mean in each moment. When it comes to me and my SP, if I notice I call him and he doesn't answer right away, I am definitely not going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, he's getting to know someone else. What if he's on the phone with someone else? I found myself thinking like that, like a quick thought, maybe once or twice in the beginning. I was like, wait, no, absolutely not. My SP loves me and only me. They love talking to me. No one else gives them the best conversations like me. I start telling myself things like that, and then next thing you know, my SP is calling me and is on the phone with me for hours, type of thing. You know what I mean? So always make things mean the best, no matter what, in each moment. Never let your mind go to dwelling in the fearful outcome. Never let your mind dwell in the alternative ending of what you don't want. If a doctor tells you you have this, that, and a third, see yourself from that moment as much as you can, being the healthy version of yourself, as opposed to seeing yourself and choosing the reality of your health declining. Now you just gave into the fear, and now you're creating more of that reality, as opposed to seeing yourself being a healthier version, which will create the reality that you actually want, which will have you be the healthier version, which will, when you know, create situations like when you go to the doctor, they'll start letting you know how things are improving and things like that, as opposed to going to the doctor and then they telling you that your health is declining, things like that. So you want to just make sure that you're always making, no matter what is happening in that moment, you're making it mean the best thing. So now always ask yourself, what am I making things mean? What am I making this mean? If my SP is not picking up the phone call, what do I dominantly make that mean? Do I get nervous and think that my relationship is, I'm losing my relationship, my connection is declining? What do I make that mean? When I see my specific person talking to other people, what do I make that mean? Do I get jealous and start comparing myself to the other person and start seeing that my specific person could be happy with that person instead of me? What am I making that mean? Or when I see my specific person talking to other people, it's nothing. It's because I know I'm always the best option. So why would I even get fearful about seeing them talk to other people? What are you making that mean? What are you making that mean? If you see your bank account have $200 today, what do you think that you can't have $5,000 by next week? What are you making things mean in the moment? That is very important, and that's just what I want you know, you guys to to be more aware of, because when you're more aware of what you're doing in the moment, it's creating things even better, because you're always creating in the now, in the moment. You're always creating in the moment. So what are you always making things mean in the moment? Because that is what you are creating. So yeah, I intend that you guys really got a better understanding of this. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time.